Welcome to this tutorial on how to achieve a turquoise frosted makeup eyelid. I'm starting the process with concealing my eyes. You always want to prime your eyelids, and I use liquid concealer to do this so that I have a good foundation for my eyeshadow look. Next, I'm going in with the Dose of Colors eye palette, and I'm using a very soft peach color with a fluffy brush that I'm going to blend into the crease of my eyelid right below the brow bone. So I'm blending that peach color out really nicely, and I will use it as one of my transition shades. Still working with the Dose of Color eye palette, I'm going to use this orange rust color with a little bit of a flatter, more defined brush to kind of work into the crease. Then I start blending that into the peach color, and this will create a nice transition on my lid just below my brow bone into the crease area. Next, I'm using the Living in Color eye palette, and I'm going to take this dark brown color, and I'm going to work this color into a V shape on the outside corner of my lid and blend that in really nicely. So now it's time to cut the crease. Again, I'm using liquid concealer to carve out my crease so I can place my shadow down and have a precise cut crease. Back with the Living in Color palette, I'm now taking this really pretty turquoise glittery color that I'm placing on the lid where I put the primer or concealer down that I carved out. This is going to be my cut crease. This shade is so pretty and pigmented, it really adds a pop. So I'm also going to use this deep red burgundy color and just kind of put it a little into the corner there with that brown and blend that out so that it creates a very nice transition. Still using the Living in Color palette, I'm using this color that is kind of a cross between a brown, a black, and a green, but I'm using it to put into that burgundy and a little bit on the turquoise glitter color because it will create a nice gradient. Now I'm also using a makeup wipe to clean up all the fallout so I can prepare my face for my foundation and contouring. I'm using CC Cream by Pharmacy in the dark to medium shade. I use this as my base of my foundation because I have a lot of redness in my T-zone, and CC Cream is good for giving me a complete coverage or color correction to really cover up all of my redness and give me that full coverage that I like. I still also use Pharmacy Luminous Serum Foundation in 04 Ivory Sand, and I place this over my CC Cream because I like how it gives me that luminous, dewy effect of my skin, such as making my skin appear like it's glowing and just very luminous. Going back to the Living in Color eye palette, I now need to finish my under eye. So I'm using the turquoise green color and placing that just right across my lower lash line. And then a mix of the brown and the burgundy colors on the outer corner of the lower lash line so that I can finish off my eyeshadow look. Back to the Dose of Colors eye palette, I want to use this Frosted Champagne color as a highlight. So I'm placing it just below my brow, right there on the brow bone, to kind of give it a glowy effect. And it just really completes this eyeshadow look. And then I'm also going to place it into the very inner corner of my eyelid. Now I'm going to finish my contouring, and I'm using the Dark Contour Stick by Pharmacy. To highlight, I'm using a full coverage stick concealer in medium, and this is also by Pharmacy. And I just use a beauty blender to really buff that out to create my highlight. So anytime you use liquid or creamy products on your face, you should set them with powder. So I'm using a face sculpting palette by Pharmacy, and I'm using the lightest shade to place on the areas that I use the light concealer. And then I go back in with the two darker shades, and I use those on the areas that I use the dark concealer stick so that I can set those areas that I contoured. This is Peach Blossom Blush by Pharmacy that I'm applying to the apples of my cheeks to give me a little bit more color. highlight from the Peach Bite palette from Pharmacy, using in the areas to highlight where light will hit my face. Now I'm going to use an Express Waterproof Eye Pencil in Black by Pharmacy on my lower lash line, and a dip ink liner on my top lash line where I can draw out a precise wing. Next is a thin coat of mascara and lashes. Pharmacy number 226 lip liner. And number 206 color Confident in the matte liquid lipstick from Pharmacy. So here we are with the end of this makeup tutorial and the final results. What are your thoughts? Thanks for watching.